Hi, Nancy. Glad you made it. Okay, let's start lying down on your back. Why don't we start there today? It's Monday after all. No, Tuesday. Or what day is it? It's Tuesday. Okay, lay down on your back. You can stretch your arms out alongside your body or overhead or anywhere that feels good to you. Let your legs relax right here. Just notice the floor supporting your body. Notice your breath moving through your body. Your heart rate might be a little bit up right now. We're just at the beginning, and sometimes there's some anticipation feelings. Just let yourself settle. And then right here on your back, you're just going to begin to rotate your wrists and your ankles, just kind of moving through your joints a little bit. You can switch the direction of the movement. Take your arms and stretch them overhead if that's okay, in your shoulders. And stretch a little bit more through one side and then the other, just like you're kind of climbing. Stretch evenly through your arms and legs. Take a breath in. And then gently draw the right knee up into the chest. And you'll wrap your arms around the right shin and gently hug it into the lower abdomen. Perfect. Either leg, doesn't matter. And then you can rotate the foot again. So a few little circles. And go the other direction. And then point the foot, flex the foot, and point, and flex. One more time, point. Flex the foot, bring your hands behind the hamstring, the back of the leg, straighten and bend that leg. So up and down, and just straightening it to whatever degree you can. Moving into the back of the leg, the hamstring. One more time, just straighten and bend, and then you'll take that right leg or that leg and extend it out long, arms overhead again if you want. You don't have to reach overhead, just stretch the body. And then we'll switch legs, draw the other leg in, hands in front of the shin. Just a few rotations of the foot, the ankle rotating. Go the other direction. And then point and flex, point and flex. One more time, point, flex and hold. Bring your hands behind the thigh if they aren't there already, and straighten and bend the knee. So flexion and extension of the knee joint. The knee is supposed to be a hinge joint, but it has a little bit of rotation, but trying to just create that hinge, open and closed. The next time you straighten the leg, just give it a little pause at the top. And then bend the knee and stretch it out alongside the left leg. Arms can go overhead again, big breath. And then float the arms down by your sides. Bend the knees, bring the feet flat to the floor. We'll just move up to the hips here, lifting up into bridge. So arms press down, hips rise up. And how about we lower it down again? So we'll do that 5 times. Just lower down and slowly lift back up. Notice if you're rocking into the heels, can you press into the balls of the feet a bit? And then lower back down. Or if you feel like pressing the heels down only, that's fine too. It's another way to work. Good, and lower slowly. And like 2 more times, curling up, using the muscles in the back of the body to lift. And lower slowly down. Okay, last one, you're gonna curl it up, and this time we'll just stay here. And if you wanna interlace the hands under the body, you can, or bend the elbows, tucking the shoulders under. And then, yeah, maybe try rocking to the toes, lifting the heels, see what happens. So come to the balls of the feet. And then maybe press the heels down, lift the toes up. What happens if you just press the heels down? And then press the four corners of each foot down, lift just an inch higher or a millimeter higher. And then release down slowly, untuck the arms, come down slowly. Bring the feet wider apart, so feet to the edges of the mat, and let the knees just move right to left, like a windshield wiper, and it can be on really slow, intermittent, slow wiper. The next time the knees go to the right, let them stay there. And then switch sides, bring the knees to center, take them to the left, and just let it pause. And that stretch along the right side of the body. Then bring it back to center, feet to the floor. And then stretch the left leg out long and the left arm overhead. And then you roll to your left side, roll over on the left side. Take the right arm behind the back. So the hand, the back of the hand is flat. If you can, near the sacrum, or it can go a little higher, and then roll back onto your back. So it's this internal rotation of that right arm. So the right hand is bent underneath your body if possible. And just stay there, or allow the right knee to drop out to the right. And if you want a bigger stretch, you can bring the arm up higher behind your back. You can roll to the left and just adjust the hand. If you need less of a stretch, you can adjust the hand lower or farther to the right. Or don't let the right knee go out. Noticing what you feel in the right shoulder. You might feel something in the shoulder blade, back of the body. Good, and then you'll gently roll back onto that left side, slightly unpin the arm, and then come back onto your back. And then bend the left knee, straighten the right arm overhead or however it wants to go. Roll onto the right side, try the other arm. Left arm goes behind the back, might be low, it might come higher. And then you roll back onto the back. And if it bothers the wrists, make an adjustment. Then maybe let the left knee fall out to the left. Take some breaths into that left shoulder blade area. You might feel it along the front of the left arm. This is a little opening for the rotator cuff. Good, slowly come back over onto the right, slightly you can rock and then release the left arm. Roll back onto your back and then bring both knees up into your chest. And you can wrap your arms around the legs, give yourself a gentle squeeze or hug. Good, and then you'll release the knees a little bit, roll over onto a comfortable side, it doesn't matter which one, and press yourself up to seated. And we'll come into a cross-legged position. Easy seat. And then take the arms and reach them out. Good, and then take the right arm under the left, reach for your shoulders, tuck your chin right here, and then gently slouch down, rounding to the upper back. And then sit up tall, You'll open the arms back out if you can, stretching open and then switching sides. So left arm goes under, reach for the shoulders, tuck the chin, and then gently slouch around to that upper back. And then sit up nice and tall, unwind the arms, open them out again, and then twist the body to the right. And you'll bring the right hand behind the back, left hand to the outer thigh. So nice, easy twist. Good. Inhale up into the crown of the head. Exhale, gently revolving. And then take the right arm. You're going to reach the right arm up if you can. Good. Look to the left. So look forward and then lean to the left. That opening through the side body. You can also bring the hand behind the head if you want that kind of support. So lift the elbow up and open the side of the body, the ribs. And then gently release. So come back to center. And then let's, if your legs are crossed, switch the cross of the legs to the opposite ones on top or in front. And then open the arms. Begin to twist to the left, the other side. And then left hand goes behind the back, right hand outer thigh. Drop it down. Yep. Inhale, lift up into the crown. Exhale, twist. And I always squeeze the obliques on that left side. Pull the ribs towards the hip and squeeze that left side of the waist. So you're strengthening the muscles in the core. And then keeping the right hand where it is, take the left arm, reach it up, look right over the right shoulder and give a little lean. And you can bring the hand behind the head, press the elbow up and open up along the armpit, the rib cage, the waist. And then gently release, coming back to center, unwind the arms. Good, a few little shoulder rolls. Good, and then we'll come into tabletop. So come to all fours. If you need a pad for the knee, let me know. Or grab one at home. All right, so just finding that nice like tabletop position, like you're just have 4 legs and a nice strong table on the top. And then right here, you'll just soften the belly down, like sinking the belly, lift the sitting bones, and then start to curl the head up, opening the chest. We're going to hold this. Stay right here, just holding cow for a few breaths, feeling into the feet, the hands, softening into this position, noticing what's strengthening and what's opening. And then we'll go the opposite. So chin to chest, slowly push into the palms, curling the spine up towards the ceiling, pull the belly button in, really doming into the upper back, tucking the tail towards the floor for that full stretch in the back of the body. And then we'll move through these breath to movement. So cow pose, dropping the belly, uncurling, looking up, and then going the opposite, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, lift into the back. Again, cow. You can move at your own pace. If you want to go slower or quicker, totally fine. And then cat. One more time, cow. And then arching up into cat pose. And then softening back to table and bring your big toes to touch. Sit back into child's pose. Knees can go wider if you like. Arms can extend out or come down by your sides or under your head for support. Take one more breath here. And then you'll rise up back to tabletop, tuck the toes under and find your way into downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling it out. I love movement when I first land here. But you don't have to, you can be still. Let's take a few more breaths, kind of exploring any movement here. Feels good. And you'll begin to walk your feet forward, coming into a ragdoll forward fold. It can be at the middle of the mat or the front of the mat. You can hold on to the elbows. Maybe let your head shake a couple times or body shake or sway. Let your hands release to the ground. You're going to bend your knees and bring your forearms to your thighs. And then with the left forearm staying on the left thigh, left knee bent, you'll straighten the right leg and twist open to the right. And then you'll just switch. So bend the right knee, rest the forearm on the thigh, straighten the left leg, twist open to the left. Bring your forearms back to your thighs and then stay there, hands to hips, and we'll come up to stand. Press the feet down, rise up. Good. Take a breath in, take your arms overhead, turn the left palm to the left, circle the wrist, and stretch up and over to the right. Come back to center and you'll switch. Right palm right, circle the wrist, and go up and over to the left. Good. Come back to center, stretch both arms up. Turn the palms away from you. Let the arms come down and interlace behind your back. And you'll draw the chin to the chest as you straighten the arms. You can try to wrap the arms back and lift away from the body a little bit more, chin to chest. Lift the chest to meet the chin. And then let the arms release. A few little shoulder shrugs. Rinse it out. Good. And then you can keep the feet as they are or bring them closer for mountain pose. Maybe try bringing the feet together, standing tall in mountain pose, rooting down through the feet, crown of the head high. And like a mountain is that depth, the weight, the rooting, patience, the height, all of it. And you'll inhale and take the arms and reach them up. Exhale, bow forward. You can bend the knees, hands through the heart center, fold forward. And then right here, step your left foot to the back of your mat. And then you'll bend the right knee, coming into a lunge. And then just set the back knee down. Let's set it down and point the toes. And then you can bring your hands up to the right thigh, a slow lunge. Maybe moving in and out a few times, if that feels okay. Get her. Do you want a pad for the knees? Do you want a thicker mat for your knees? Okay. And then right here, if you'd like, you can take the arms and stretch them up. Good, and then you'll bring your hands down. So listen carefully. I'm gonna go the way you guys are all facing. So right here, you're gonna pull the hips back, pivot the left shin under your body, right knee stays bent, and then bend the right knee coming in and out. So it's like a warrior two, but we're kneeling, a kneeling warrior two. Good job. And then next time you press forward, open the arms up if you like, warrior two pose. And then bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Yes, take the left arm to the sky and open that left side. You can even extend it overhead if you want, bicep coming by the ear. Good. Let the left arm come back up to that modified warrior two. Now listen carefully. You're going to bring the left hand to the ground, turn the right toes to face the way you're looking, and take the right arm to the sky. So it's a side plank variation. Good work. That's it. Nice job, Dad. Good. Hold the bar. Just stay with the bar. Good. The right arm can even reach overhead, bicep by your ear, opening through the ribs and side body. And then from here, you're going to walk it around. So bring both hands to the floor, walk it all the way around and come back into a lunge. So pivot the left shin behind you, facing forward. Good. We got it. And then tuck the back toes under. We'll step back to downward dog. Yeah, I know it's a brain class today. Pedal it out, move the hip side to side. Come forward into a high plank. Lower down onto your belly. We'll press up onto the forearms for Sphinx pose. So just rest here for a second in the shape. I always like to move a little bit. You can pull the shoulders back, stretch the rib cage forward, root down through the lower body. It opens up the abdomen, abdominal muscles. Good, and then lower slowly, bring your hands back under the shoulders, press up to tabletop, and then back to downward facing dog. Let's take one breath. A full body stretch here. And then walk your feet forward towards your hands. You'll lift up to a flat back, hands to shins, lengthen out. Exhale, bow forward, allow the head to drop. Hands to the hips, inhale, rise up, extended mountain, reach up. And then bring your hands down to the heart. And then returning to mountain pose. Strong and tall like a mountain. Good, extended mountain, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Step the right foot back. And you'll set the right knee down. Point the toes. Bring your hands to the left thigh. You can move in and out a few times, feeling into that right hip flexors. The left leg. Good, and then as you're ready, maybe reach the arms up. You can imagine you're holding a big beach ball, so there's a softness to the shoulders, or the arms could be more like goalposts. Okay, good. Then from here, you're gonna bring your body back in space a little bit. Pivot the right shin behind you. So you're standing on that right knee. You sure you don't want to pad? So stubborn. Okay, and then bend and straighten a few times into that left leg. So really opening up through the inner thigh. And the next time that you bend, you're going to hold and open up through the arms like warrior two. A little nudge of that left knee left. So you're strengthening the glute. Good job. And then left forearm to left thigh. Right arm can be straight up or overhead or behind the head or on the hip. You can press into that left leg a little bit. And then you'll rise up and the right hand comes to the ground. If possible, reach down, left foot spins flat, toes forward. Open up that left arm and the right shin can pivot. If it's not comfortable on the knee, it can pivot. Good job. Got it, Dad. Good job. You're doing it.
Sure.
Awkward, weird poses are what yoga is about. Not being comfortable, what yoga is about. Being comfortable in the uncomfortable. Okay, hands down, you crawl around back to the left, pivot that right shin, and then lunge to downward facing dog or child's pose, maybe pedal it out. Coming forward to a high plank, lower down onto your belly. Come to the forearms for Sphinx. Pause here on the forearms. And that stretch to the abdomen, strengthening of the lower back. I always add that little movement, especially when my back feels sore. Good job. And then from here, you'll lower down, bring the hands back, tuck the toes, press up to tabletop and downward dog or child's pose. Good, look forward, walk your feet forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Bow forward, exhale. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain reach. And bring your hands to your heart. Good job. Arms down. And then we're gonna come into chair pose for a moment. So you'll just drop the hips down and back and the arms sweep forward and up. You can have the weight back into the heels a little bit, maybe lift and spread the toes out on the mat. And then bring your hands together at the heart. Bring your left elbow to the inner left thigh and press the palms together to twist or revolve to the right. And then come back to center. Sweep the arms up, chair. See if you can stay in chair. Bring your hands to your heart. Right elbow to the inner right thigh. Press and twist. Good job. Keep the knees on one plane. Keep breathing. Come back to center, reach up chair. Sit a little bit deeper, weight back and down. And then stand up. Extended mountain reach. And bring your hands to your heart. Arms by your side. A couple little shoulder shrugs. The shoulders melt down and back. And then start to shift your weight over into your left foot. We'll press down into the left foot. Left hand to the hip. Go ahead and lift the right knee. And you can hold on if you need. So I like to flex the foot, bring some energy into the shin and the knee, and then open the right leg to the right, reach the left arm to the left, stand up nice and tall. Good, bring the right leg back to center and carefully set it down next to the left, pause. And then right hand to right hip, we'll go to the other side. You'll lift the left knee, catch it in the hand, stand up tall, shoulders back, engaging through the core, breathing. Open it to the left, reach to the right, stand tall. Good job, bring it back to center, set the left foot down next to the right, reach the left arm up, bend the right knee, catch the foot from behind, draw the knees towards one another, standing tall, feeling the stretch through the quad. You can stay there or slide the thigh back and tip forward into dancer. Hold it for 5. Good, 4. 3. Slow, steady breaths for 2. Good job. And then 1, come on back to stand. Both feet down, right arm up. Catch the the left foot. Find that center line first, the stretch through the quad, lift through the chest, and then kick. Slide your thigh back. Go to where you can go and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then coming back to mountain pose. Arms down, standing on your 2 feet, lift the crown of the head towards the sky. And then tree will be our last standing balance. So right foot to left leg. And it can be big toe on the floor, foot to calf, or you can bring the foot up higher to the inner thigh. And maybe begin with hands in prayer. Or you can grow your arms up like the limbs of the tree. Always think of the incredible patience of trees. To be rooted where they are, where they land. Always seeking the sunshine. Returning to mountain pose, standing tall. And then other side, left foot to right leg. Find your center. And then growing from there, from the center out. Good job. And then releasing, coming back to mountain pose. Just pause and take a breath. And then on your inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's step all the way back, high plank. Stay in your high plank. Bring your right knee to your right elbow and set it back. And then left knee to left elbow. We'll do a little heat building here. It's fine to be on the knees. And then switch, try to touch the elbow with the knee and switch. Good. And switch. And switch. Last 4. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. High plank. Downward dog or child's pose. Press it back. And then stretch your right leg up and back. It can be from tabletop or downward dog. Step it forward, right foot to right hand. Spin the left foot flat. Come up to warrior 2. Now we're in that full warrior 2. Good, and then triangle. You'll straighten the right leg and slide the body to the right. Let the right hand land at the shin, ankle, foot, or floor. Left hand has a nice big reach to it. Would allow that left arm now to pull you up. Bring your feet to parallel for our wide leg forward fold, hands to the hips, and then hinge forward. It'll lengthen the spine as you fold forward. Bring your hands to the floor. Crown of the head draws towards the floor. Good, and then lifting to a flat back, bring the hands to the hips, come on up to stand. Good work, turn the right toes forward for pyramid. Your left foot will step in and to the left slightly. Square the hips to the front of the mat and then fold forward over the right leg. Your hands can be on the shin or the floor or blocks. Yeah, good. You decide how straight you want your legs to be. You decide for yourself what you need here. What does your body need? What does your mind need? Good, bend the knee, plant the palms, step back, high plank. And then let's do one more round of these. So knee to elbow. Let's just do 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then downward dog. Pull the hips back to build that heat in the core. Take your left leg up and back. Step the left foot forward or help it there. Come on up to warrior 2. Good job. And then triangle. You'll straighten that front leg and slide the body out over it and bring the left hand down. And there's kind of a visualization of your body being between kind of 2 panes of glass. You're just in this nice one plane. So you want to press the hips more forward and the shoulders back slightly. Good job, Dad. Breathe. And then as you're ready, let the right arm pull you up. It's okay to bend the knee a little bit. Turn the toes to parallel and that wide leg forward fold again. You can interlace the hands behind the back if you want a little extra shoulder opening, or hands on the hips or the floor. You can also hold on to the ankles to draw yourself down, or hands behind the head. Sometimes I like to micro bend the knees, or sometimes I like to deeply bend my knees here. And get that release through the backs of the legs. So especially when I feel like I'm like a taut, rubber band. Nice, Nancy. Good. Just take another breath, just letting it go, letting go of something here. And then you'll release the hands to the floor if they aren't there. Bring your hands to your hips and come on up with a straight spine if possible. Turn the left toes forward, step the right foot in a bit, and then pull the shoulders back, lengthen, turning your hips towards the front of the mat, and then fold forward over the left leg. So you want the sacrum, the triangular bone at the back, to be the high point, not the right hip. Yeah, good. And then hands to the floor. It's okay if the right hip's high. It's just seeing if you can rock it forward a bit. Unlock the left leg. You're not locking the joint or knee, a little bend in the knee. Breathing into the whole back side of that left leg, lower back. You might experience the sensation the strongest behind the knee or the sitting bone, or maybe behind the femur, the back of the leg. Good, and then plant the palms right here. You'll step it back, high plank. Just hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower all the way down onto your belly. You'll just turn a cheek to a side, arms come down, just rest. And then bring your gaze down to the floor. Interlace your hands over your sacrum. And if you can just hook the thumbs, that's fine too. And then start to wrap the shoulders back, stretch the arms back, and lift up to wherever you can. So keep the feet down for this one. And then getting into the upper back muscles. Good. Good job. And then release down, release the arms, turn your other cheek to rest if your neck allows, and breathe. Then you'll look down, interlace your hands over the back again. If you interlaced last time, try and get the opposite thumb on top. You'll wrap the shoulders back, straighten the arms, and lift up. And then this time, if you want, you can float the feet. Really strengthening that whole back side. It's called the posterior chain of the body. Maybe you lift an inch higher, both ends up, and then release down and rest. Good, and then you'll bring your forearms to the floor and allow your head to rest, forehead to rest on the backs of the hands or forearms. And bend the knees and just windshield wipe the lower leg side to side. And then come to center, release the feet to the floor, bring your hands back under the shoulders, press back to child's pose. So big toes touch, knees apart, hips to heels, rest your forehead, relax the shoulders and arms. And then thread the left arm under the right here. So thread the needle in child's pose. Left arm goes under, a little twist, releasing any tension behind the shoulder blade. If you want a little more, you can take your right arm and open it up towards the ceiling. You get a little more rotation through the mid back. You don't have to. And then set it down and you'll switch arms. So stretch the left arm out and then the right arm can go under. Maybe you can pause, stay there for a moment. And if you want a little more of that rotation, you start to take that left arm and open it up. If you want, twist a little bit into it. Don't have to, it's just options. And set it down. And come back to center. And then slowly come on up. You'll just move your feet to one side, sit down on the mat. Take the legs and extend them out in front of you. Give a little shake, 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 shake. Good, you can roll out the wrists and ankles, shoulders, whatever you need. And then we're gonna come into a variation of pigeon, a seated variation, but if you wanna lay on your back, you can do that too, or if you wanna take it on your belly, you can. So hands behind you, and then feet come flat. And then right ankle goes up and over the left thigh. And if that is too intense or it doesn't feel good today on the wrists or the hip or the knee or anything, you can lay on your back instead, be in that reclined version, or you can also be in this downward facing half pigeon version. Always options. And if you aren't feeling it and you want more, you can always scoot in closer and walk your hands closer. It gets a little bit more intense. Nice options. I see all kinds of options. And we'll be here for a little bit, so maybe close your eyes. If you need to make adjustments while you're here, you can. You can't hear that. Take some breaths. Good. Okay, so from here, you're gonna either come up or stretch the legs out, however you want to do it. You're gonna take the legs out in front, coming up to seated for a moment. Roll out the wrists or shake out the forearms or shake out the legs. Rotate in and out a few times. And then we'll come to the other side. So if you, however you are, if you want to be on your back or seated or hands behind you, feet flat, this time left ankle up and over. You can scoot in closer if you know you want to, and hands can come closer, but you want to press the chest forward towards the shin. Good. If you're on your back, ankle flexed. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes. I often rock a little bit or press forward and back, or I often move in things. Keep stinging. Taking a few more breaths here. Good, and then you'll slowly begin to come up to sitting or straighten the legs out, however you want to do it. Send the legs out, maybe rotate in and out, come up with the pelvis, or shake out the legs. You can slide the sitting bones back here. We'll take a forward fold, so you can reach up and lengthen. It's fine to have the bend in the knees, hinge forward. Where you can hold, whether it's the feet, the shins, the thighs, the floor. Maybe you want to relax the arms and not hold anything, that's okay. You're perfect. You're good. That's okay. Good. Good job. It's a hinging. That's hinging from the top of the thigh. So as the breath is a little bit more challenging here because you're folded forward, so you have to breathe more into the back of the body, or see if you can direct the breath there. Filling up the back of the body instead of the belly. Okay, come on up slowly. And then you'll make your way onto your back. And if you have a block, bring it. If you don't, it's okay. So if you have a block, get it close to you. So we'll lay down on our back for hips on a block. Or if you don't have a block, the arms go under the hips and the legs go up. Yeah. Or your hips on a block, or your legs can go up a wall. And then, yeah, it's fine to move the feet around, point and flex, or alternate pointing and flexing, or shake. Sometimes shaking out the legs feels amazing. Letting the muscles kind of just relax away from the bones. If there's any other leg positions you want to play with here, you can like let the knees fall towards the chest, bending them a little bit, or you can take them out wide, like a wide V, like gravity, help open up the inner thighs a little bit. You can bend one knee at a time, like you can move here, or it can just be this still place to just land. Or rocking. I love when the blocks underneath me are even not rocking my feet towards me and away from me. It's that little rocking. And then you'll let the knees bend. You'll bring the feet to the floor, sliding the arms out or sliding the block out from underneath the hips. And then we'll just finish with a twist here. So draw the right knee into the chest, left knee away from you on the floor. Hold the right knee in the left hand. So you cross it over the body, and you might even scoot the hips to the right an inch or two. The right arm could be lots of places. It could be just resting on the right hip. It can extend out to the right to open up the pec muscle and shoulder. It can go overhead if that feels better, or cactus. Your head can look in multiple directions. It can go left, straight up, or right. We'll kind of rock between the three. And you'll slowly come back onto your back, just switching sides. The left knee comes in, you can hold it in the right hand, cross it over, and as you cross, scoot the hips left an inch or two. Left arm, discover where this left arm wants to be. Might not be the same as the right side. Good, and then you'll just roll back onto the back and stretch out into Shavasana. Stretch your legs out, arms out, wiggle around, or put a blanket on you if you have one. Finding whatever position feels just the most optimal for you to be able to rest. For you to be able to let go. Today's reading is called Let Go of the Blocks. I wandered into the bookstore in a small Southern California town, browsed for a while, then began chatting with the clerk. Times are different now, I said, changing fast, turning into something so new, so different, many of us can't imagine. Yes, she replied quietly and prophetically. Things are going to be easier, unless there's something you're still hanging on to. Is there something you're still hanging on to? A remnant from the past that's blocking you from stepping into the future, from stepping into today? Look into your heart. The answer is there. Perhaps it's a behavior, a person, a belief. Is there an issue from the past that's blocking your ability to love yourself, to connect with God or the divine, life, and others? Ask yourself if there's something you're hanging on to that has outworn its purpose. Old chains can tie us to past pain, to a path we've already trodden, a place we've already been. Now is the time to let go. Gently, quietly, let go. Allow yourself a few looks back and as many tears as needed. Where you've been has been important. It has helped shape who you are. But have faith that where you're going is important and wonderful too. Gently let go. Be free to step into your future of joy. Gently bring your awareness back to your breath and your physical body. You can begin to move your fingers and toes if you like. And then go ahead and bend your knees and roll to a comfortable side if that works for you. And make your way up to a seated position, or however you want to get there. When you arrive seated, close your eyes for just a moment. Before you head off into the rest of your day, just take a pause. Acknowledge yourself for showing up. That really is the hardest part. Touch the palms of your hands together and bring your thumbs to your heart space. Put your thumbs to your forehead center. And go on and find joy today. Have an amazing day. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you at home. You can leave the mat out. For sure. Yeah. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you, Lisa.
And Nancy, your hair looks so pretty like that. I love it longer.
Thanks. It's in the way, but it's fun.
Great.
Take care.
Yeah. And Jennifer, I love that you found a spot in Harbin to come do yoga. That's so cool. So, all right, you all take care. Bye.